Bob Fryer here in the AAPEX studio. I want to thank our sponsors, Repairify and Great Water 360 Auto Care. Joined by Meagan Moody right now. She is the head of customers and strategy, North America ZF Aftermarket. That's a long title.
It is a little bit wordy.
It is a little wordy, but it's good to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
You know, I've been talking all this week about a lot of different topics and how the market or how this industry is evolving and changing. We're talking about dealing with artificial intelligence, the move to electric vehicles. How do you see this industry changing and evolving?
You know, it's actually not surprisingly, because it is the market. We're actually focusing on that at the booth this year too.
Oh, okay.
Because what we've done is really kind of have an old generation right next to a new generation of that product. So, and what you're seeing is the products that we're used to constantly changing in the repair shop, right? Mm-hmm. Let's look at shocks, for example. Okay. Shock job is not going to go away. Okay. Even when the car becomes completely driverless, the shock job is not going to go away. What is changing though is what is basically how that shock is built. Okay. So you're going from a traditional shock to now you come by and you look at these shocks and they have little computers on them. Yeah. Right? Because so what you're seeing is this evolution of product. And I think now also if you look at cars as they evolve, basically you're getting more and more pieces in a vehicle, just like you're getting more and more pieces on a part. Mm-hmm. And so that technology and that understanding of the evolution of the product, but that the foundation and the purpose of it is not going away. You just need to become more aware of how those parts actually are now connecting into a wider solution, a wider system. And I think before, very often we would look at a single part repair job. A brake job or changing a wiper blade even, right? And now those individual parts are part of a wide system that you can't screw with one without making sure you're taking care of the other. Right,
that seems to lead me to my next question, which would be, then training is going to have to be super important.
Super important, super important. And I think, that is, of course, a constraint we see in the industry as a whole. It's a demand we see in the industry, and it's almost like the technicians can't get enough of it. Yeah. And maybe it's either they can't get enough of it or we're not serving them up in the right places. And I think going to your comment about AI, right? How can we use that to make training easier and better for them? How many people go to YouTube a week, right? Yeah, right. Okay, you're going there, you're trying to find solutions, but are they the right solutions? Right. Are they your, kind of in your driveway solutions, or are they really what is designed and needed for cars of today and in the future? And I think if we look at AI, it's something that ZF is really proud of too, is connecting the true OEM information, the true OE supplier information that have that, the engineering drawings, the specifications, and then it's connecting in the trusted sources through the aftermarket about the fixes for the aftermarket, right? Not all OEM designs are perfect, let's be honest. Sometimes we need some aftermarket adaptations, and it's bringing all of that together through an AI solution that can then basically output what a technician needs to be trained on, what a technician can pull up as a training and learn from the training. So,
I would think that you would be leaning on innovation quite a bit as well, because as electric vehicles become more predominant, the battery is going to have to change. You're going to have someone coming up with a new way of powering the car to handle all of the electronics that are in there. And that's just one thing that's at the top of my mind. Yeah, it's just one piece.
Like, do you go hydrogen? Do you go solar? Do you go electric? There you go, yeah. Right? Exactly. And for us, there's this CASES topic, right? Connected, autonomous, shared, electrified, and sustainable. Okay. Right? It's another acronym. Like our industry needs another acronym, but the thing is, those 5 things are going to be so essential in that innovation. Because as you're releasing parts, as you're releasing vehicles, that sustainability topic at that end, right, is such an important aspect, because we look at the EV batteries, right? Great idea. Cars are better for the environment. But now it got quite a bit of traction in the news this year about how are the ingredients for those batteries mined? Oh. Right, the aspect that to get the pieces and basically the destruction on the environment, does it even balance out? Can it counterweigh? Right. And so now really focusing on, yes, we're going to go autonomous, we're going to go shared, we're going to go electrified, But that sustainable piece needs to be there because more and more people are caring about it. And if we're just destroying one side of things to kind of make a benefit in another area, then we're really not creating any solutions.
Yeah. Megan, wonderful to talk to you. Thank you so much. Good to have you here.
Thank you very much.
You did very well.
Thank you.
All right. As you're out and about at AAPEX 23, make sure that you are taking those pictures and videos and sharing them to whatever social media site you favor, and use that hashtag AAPEX 23. I'm Bob Fryer in the AAPEX studio.